Days of Our Lives. Secrets and Supernatural Whispers. July 28th to August 1st, 2025. 4 fans of Days of Our Lives. The upcoming week of July 28th to August 1st, 2025, promises a whirlwind of drama, romance, and unsettling revelations in the beloved town of Salem. The latest trailer teases a cascade of emotional highs and lows, with tangled relationships, shocking discoveries, and eerie hints of the supernatural. As the residents of Salem navigate love, betrayal, and ghostly premonitions, viewers are in for a week of heart-pounding moments. Let's dive into the intricate details of what's to come, exploring the lives of characters like Brady Black, Sarah Horton-Kiriakis, Susan Banks, and others as their stories unfold with intensity and intrigue. A stirring moment in the town square at the heart of this week's drama is a deeply emotional encounter between Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, and Sarah Horton-Kiriakis, Lindsay Godfrey. Sarah, reeling from a life-altering decision, finds solace in Brady's comforting presence. The two share an intimate moment, a hug that speaks volumes about their shared history and unspoken feelings. But this tender scene doesn't go unnoticed. Xander Kiriakis, Paul Telfer, and Gwen von Leuschner, Emily O'Brien, stumble upon the embrace in Salem's bustling town square, and the sight ignites a fire of jealousy in Xander's heart. His eyes narrow, his jaw tightens, and viewers can almost feel the storm brewing within him. This moment is more than just a fleeting glance. It's a spark that could set off a chain reaction. Xander and Sarah have recently made the painful decision to legally separate, a choice that has left Sarah vulnerable and Xander grappling with his emotions. Maggie Kiriakis, Suzanne Rogers, Sarah's ever-supportive mother, steps in to offer comfort. Her warm embrace a reminder of the family ties that anchor Sarah in these turbulent times. But Xander's reaction to seeing Sarah with Brady hints at unresolved feelings and a potential clash that could ripple through Salem. Will Xander confront Brady, or will his jealousy simmer into something more dangerous? Fans will be on the edge of their seats, waiting to see how this love triangle unfolds. A father's discovery and a daughter's displeasure elsewhere in Salem. Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols, finds himself at the center of a troubling revelation. While investigating the inner workings of Titan Industries, Steve stumbles upon something that could have serious implications for his daughter, Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein. The details of his discovery remain shrouded in mystery, but the weight of it is enough to prompt Steve to confide in his wife, Kayla Johnson, Mary Beth Evans. Kayla, ever the voice of reason, listens with growing concern, her mind racing with questions about the severity of the situation. What has Steve uncovered, and how will it affect Stephanie's future? Stephanie, however, is less than thrilled when she learns of her father's meddling. The news that Steve is poking around Titan sparks tension between father and daughter, as Stephanie feels her independence threatened. The conflict brewing here is a classic Days storyline. Parents trying to protect their children, only to find themselves at odds with the very people they're trying to help. As Steve's investigation deepens, viewers can expect heated confrontations and emotional stakes that test the Johnson family's bonds. Will Stephanie forgive her father, or will this discovery drive a wedge between them? A dangerous game of strategy on the corporate battlefield. Gabby Hernandez, Camila Banis, and Tony DiMera, Theo Penglis, are plotting a high-stakes scheme that could shake up Salem's power dynamics. In a clandestine strategy meeting, Tony delivers a chilling piece of advice. Sometimes, to fight fire, you have to start an arson of your own. His words hang heavy in the air, a reminder of the DiMera family's ruthless legacy. Gabby, never one to shy away from a challenge, takes Tony's counsel to heart as they conspire against Xander and Philip Kiriakis, John Paul Lavoisier. To gain the upper hand, Gabby enlists Steve Johnson's investigative skills, tasking him with uncovering dirt that could tip the scales in their favor. This alliance adds another layer of intrigue to Steve's already complicated week, as his work for Gabby could intersect with his discoveries about Titan. The plot thickens as Gabby and Tony's machinations unfold, promising a clash of titans that could reshape Salem's corporate landscape. Will their plan succeed, or will Xander and Philip outmaneuver them? The stakes are high, and the fallout could be explosive. Whispers from Beyond the Week takes a supernatural turn with Susan Banks, Stacey Hayduke, whose eccentricities take center stage as she claims to commune with the dead. In a startling revelation, E.J. DiMera, Dan Feuerriegel, shares with his brother Chad DiMera, Billy Flynn, that their mother, Susan, believes she possesses psychic abilities. Susan herself confirms this, standing before a grand portrait of the late Stefano DiMera, Joseph Mascalo, and hinting at something very, very bad. Her words send a chill through the room, as she suggests that Stefano, Salem's infamous phoenix, may not be as gone as everyone believes. Susan's unsettling premonition raises questions that linger like a fog over Salem. Could Stefano, known for his uncanny ability to cheat death, still be alive? Her claim that she cannot sense him in the afterlife fuels speculation and sets the stage for a mystery that could unravel long-buried secrets. For fans who remember Stefano's larger-than-life presence, this hint of his return is both thrilling and terrifying. Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gehring, echoes this sentiment when he warns Kat Green, Annalyn McCord, about Stefano's knack for rising from the ashes. The Phoenix's shadow looms large, and Susan's visions could be the key to unlocking a truth that shakes Salem to its core. Marlena's haunting dreams. Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, Salem's beloved psychiatrist, finds herself grappling with her own unsettling experiences. In a candid conversation with Kayla, Marlena reveals a vivid dream in which she became the queen of the night. The dream, rich with symbolism, stirs memories of Stefano DiMera, whose influence seems to haunt her even in sleep. This connection to Stefano deepens when Marlena recounts a recent encounter with Susan Banks, who sensed something amiss in Marlena's presence. Susan's cryptic warning that Marlena is suffering physically, mentally, and spiritually leaves Marlena shaken. As a woman accustomed to helping others navigate their inner turmoil, Marlena struggles to make sense of her own. Is Susan's intuition a genuine glimpse into Marlena's soul, or is it merely the ramblings of an eccentric mind? The ambiguity gnaws at Marlena, and viewers will feel her unease as she questions her health and her place in Salem's ever-shifting landscape. This storyline promises to explore Marlena's vulnerability in a way that resonates deeply with fans, offering a poignant look at a character who is usually the pillar of strength. A tapestry of emotion and intrigue as the week of July 28th to August 1st unfolds. Days of Our Lives weaves a rich tapestry of passion, jealousy, and supernatural intrigue. From Brady and Sarah's tender moment to Xander's burning jealousy, from Steve's shocking discovery to Gabby and Tony's ruthless scheming, and from Susan's eerie visions to Marlena's haunting dreams, Salem is a town on the brink of transformation. Each character's story intertwines with the others, creating a complex web of emotions and secrets that keeps viewers hooked. For those who have followed Days of Our Lives for years, this week's episodes promise to deliver the drama and heart that have made the show a staple of daytime television. Whether you're rooting for Sarah to find happiness, hoping Steve and Stephanie can mend their rift, or eagerly awaiting the truth behind Susan's premonitions, there's something for every fan to savor. Tune in to see how these stories unfold, and don't miss a moment of the passion, betrayal, and mystery that define life in Salem. For the latest Days of Our Lives spoilers, updates, and news, keep your eyes on the show and check back often for more insights into the lives of your favorite characters. This week, Salem is a powder keg of emotions, and the explosions are sure to be unforgettable. Next, dramatic twists in Salem. Accusations, theft, forgiveness, and a heartfelt goodbye. Hello, dear readers. If you're like me, following the ups and downs of life in Salem through our favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives, you know how quickly things can turn from calm to chaotic. Yesterday's episode was a real roller coaster, full of accusations, shocking revelations, and moments of deep emotion that tugged at the heartstrings. Today, I'm going to walk you through it all in detail, expanding on the key events so you can picture every dramatic moment as if you were right there in the room. We'll take it slow, step by step, in a way that's easy to follow. Grab a cup of tea, settle into your favorite chair, and let's dive into the story of Julie, Gwen, Doug, and that mysterious missing necklace. The spark of conflict. Accusations fly between Julie and Gwen. It all started in Gwen's room at the Salem Inn, a place that's seen more than its share of secrets over the years. Gwen, looking frazzled and on edge, had just discovered that her precious necklace was missing. Now, this wasn't just any piece of jewelry. It was something she valued deeply, perhaps tied to her own complicated past. She was pacing back and forth, her mind racing with worry and suspicion. Who could have taken it? How could it have vanished right from under her nose? Just as she was about to storm out and start searching, in walked Julie Olsen-Williams, a woman known for her strong will and no-nonsense attitude. Julie, with her elegant poise even in the heat of the moment, handed Gwen a stack of legal papers. "You're being sued," Julie said firmly, her voice steady but laced with frustration. It turns out Julie believed the necklace rightfully belonged to her family, and she wasn't about to let it go without a fight. Gwen's eyes widened in shock, and she snapped back immediately. "I know I can't return the necklace to you. It's gone," she exclaimed, her voice rising with anger. Julie, taken aback, demanded an explanation. "What do you mean it's gone? Where is it?" But Gwen wasn't in the mood for questions. Instead, she pointed an accusing finger right at Julie. "You stole it. You used that ridiculous outfit as a cover-up to sneak in and take what you wanted." Imagine the tension in that small hotel room. Two strong women, both convinced they were in the right, staring each other down like characters in an old Western showdown. Julie denied it vehemently, her face flushing with indignation. "I don't have it, and I certainly didn't steal it," she retorted. The air was thick with mistrust. Gwen, clenching her fists and closing her eyes in sheer frustration, stood there seething while Julie loomed in front of her, unyielding. The argument escalated quickly. Both women threatened to call the police, each warning the other about the consequences of their actions. "You'll regret this," Gwen hissed as she grabbed her things and stormed out of the inn. Julie, left alone, shook her head in disbelief, wondering who could possibly have the necklace if not Gwen herself. A surprising encounter. Gwen spots a familiar face outside the Salem Inn. The drama didn't let up. Gwen, still fuming from the confrontation, hurried down the steps, her mind a whirlwind of thoughts. That's when she nearly bumped into an older gentleman who looked vaguely familiar. It was Doug, but not just any Doug. This was Doug Williams III, a man with his own troubled history in Salem, disguised as a room service clerk. He exchanged a few polite words with Gwen, perhaps offering a sympathetic smile or a casual greeting, before walking away. It wasn't until he was out of sight that the pieces clicked for Gwen. Her eyes widened in realization. That clerk was Doug. Had he been the one sneaking around her room? The thought sent a chill down her spine. But before she could chase after him or alert anyone, he was gone, leaving her with more questions than answers. Little did she know, this encounter was just the tip of the iceberg in a much larger family saga. Home sweet home. Julie's shocking visitor, and the truth comes out meanwhile. Julie made her way back to her cozy home, her mind reeling from the heated exchange with Gwen. The weight of the day pressed on her shoulders. She'd come so close to getting justice for what she believed was hers, only to hit another roadblock. As she settled in, trying to calm her nerves, there was a knock at the door. "What now?" she muttered to herself, opening it to find Doug standing there, looking sheepish and worn. "What do you want?" Julie asked, her tone a mix of exhaustion and wariness. Doug, with a heavy heart, explained that he was leaving Salem for good. He'd made mistakes, big ones, and it was time to start fresh somewhere else. Julie, still smarting from the day's events, shrugged it off at first. "Fine, go then," she said, not in the mood for more drama. But then, in a moment that changed everything, Doug reached into his pocket and pulled out the missing necklace. He held it out to her as a parting gift. Julie's jaw dropped, literally. Her eyes filled with a mix of astonishment and relief as she stared at the glittering piece. "Where on earth did you get this?" she whispered, her voice trembling. Doug confessed everything. He'd stolen it from Gwen's room, believing it truly belonged to Julie and her family. "It's yours, not hers," he said softly, his eyes downcast with regret. He explained how he'd disguised himself as the room service clerk to slip in unnoticed. Julie was stunned, but as the truth sank in, a wave of understanding washed over her. This wasn't just about a piece of jewelry. It was about family ties, past hurts, and the chance for redemption. Julie paused, considering the situation. "Gwen's head will explode when she finds out I have it back," she said with a small, wry smile. But she decided there was no need to drag Doug's name into it further. "Let's keep this between us," she told him. Doug, grateful for her mercy, apologized once more. "I'll always regret throwing the love you gave me back in your face," he said, his voice cracking with emotion.